Are you ready to stop interview anxiety? Well, today I am giving you my biggest tip to make it go away. So before we get into it, if we haven't met, my name is Cassandra and I'm a career coach for career changers. And I've heard from a lot of career changers, oh my gosh, I have not had to interview in a really long time. This process is overwhelming and anxiety inducing. So let's talk about how to make that go away. When you were in elementary school, junior high, even high school, sometime in your childhood years, pre-adulthood, were you ever in a play or have to give a speech or perform at a recital in some way, either singing or playing the piano, something like that? Did you ever have to do one of those things? Did you have nerves around that? What did you do to fight those nerves before that speech or that recital? You practiced. Now, before you turn me off and go like, oh my gosh, seriously? She's just telling me practice? Let's get into it. So when you practice for that recital, did you practice long enough and enough times that by the time you got up there at the concert, you could be playing the piano and thinking about what you're going to have for dinner when your family goes out to that restaurant afterwards? Or when you were giving that speech, could you give it and also be thinking about, okay, at Starbucks, I'm going to order this drink today. Or, oh, don't forget, I have that math homework I have to do later. When you've practiced to the point where you can be thinking about something completely different, that takes away anxiety. You are so comfortable with those words that you're saying or that piece that you're performing, you don't have time to be nervous because you're so into it. It's almost mechanical at that point. Now, that's the level of practice I want you to get to in your interview answers. Don't take the part I said about mechanical as like, oh my gosh, she wants me to be a robot. I'm not supposed to be an authentic person. No, you just need to practice to the point where you are so comfortable giving these answers, where you are so comfortable saying these words for tell me about yourself, that you can think about what else you have going on in your life. I promise that getting you that comfortable with the answers will take away anxiety, because I have been in enough interviews with enough candidates to see that a lot of the anxiety comes from the unknown questions. The crap, I didn't prepare for that. Oh shoot, I don't know how to answer that. And sure, we're always going to get a question or two that maybe we weren't completely prepared for or just had no idea they would ask. But if we have really prepared for most of them, we can't be that thrown. There's not as much to be anxious about. So you're just going to keep practicing those answers until they roll off the tongue and we can be thinking about something else. Now, can you over practice? Yes, over practicing is a thing, but I will be honest, I meet very few people who actually got to that point. When you get to the point where you can give your answers, you think they are stellar answers, you can give them and you can be thinking about what you're going to have for dinner at the same time, we are on the tipping point of over practicing. So when you get to that point, we stop for the day and you don't pick it up until the next day. Or let's say the interview is still 2 days away. You only practice through your answers one more time the next day and the next day, because we are on the verge of over practicing and sounding maybe like a robot. We don't want to get to that point, but we want to get to the point, like I said, where these answers are so comfortable, they roll off the tongue. If you've ever sat there and tried to practice your interview answers before, you know that first time, it does not roll off the tongue. So while yes, over practicing is a thing, let's not worry about it until we hit that tipping point. So by practicing to the point that you can be thinking about something else at the same time is going to make you feel really ready for the interview. It's going to take away the nerves and anxiety. I'm not saying there won't be any nerves. Interviewing can be nerve-wracking, but it should take away the anxiety part of it because we're prepared. Now, if you want help on how to practice, on how to quickly research, get those answers together, and the methodology I use to practice and get to this point, and that has now helped hundreds of other people get there as well, I have my course, Feel Confident and Prepared for Your Next Interview. You can grab it in the description box below. It literally walks you through step by step how to practice well so that you can walk in confident to the interview, take away all that anxiety and nerves. If you need more help, practical tips on how to get rid of interview anxiety, you can go here. If you want mindset tips for anxiety in an interview, you can go here. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.